For today's cup of coffee, we have people that were inspired by the recent video of Bigfoot. And I've got Kid over there. He said he's in the peanut gallery, so he's going to be yelling
Peanut gallery
randomness. And this comes from Daily Mail by Martha Williams, October the 18th of 2023. A multi-state investigation was launched after a compelling Bigfoot sighting in Colorado energized other U.S. states to step up their search efforts. It's just kind of one of those things that if it happens, it happens. You can't really plan on these things. Yeah, it does. And it talks about this in the article. It says,
tell them what I just said.
well, Indiana and Oklahoma have initiated recent expeditions to find Bigfoot after the hopes of Sasquatch believers were energized following Colorado's viral video evidence of a sighting. And they've got everything in quotations on these things, or parentheses. Last week, during a narrow gauge train ride from Durango to Silverton, a passenger took looking for elk with her husband was distracted by a hairy creature instead. Shannon Parker from Cheyenne, Wyoming, was with her husband Stetson Tyler when Tyler said, "I think I saw Bigfoot." Another passenger named Brandon saw the couple react and decided to pull out his phone to record the mythical beast. So that must be the video that has gone viral, the one that Brandon took. And it's like, I tried to watch a video yesterday about it. It was actually supposed to be about UAPs. It was a podcast. I had never watched it before. But they started out with about the sighting of the Bigfoot. And the people were such jerks about it. I didn't even.
There are some people that say Bigfoot's like an alien.
I've heard the Bigfoot is an alien theory before. But it's like, whether you believe it or not, you don't have to be an asshole about it. You really don't. Because there are people that do believe this, that they've had encounters, and it's very serious to them. So, like I said, no, I'm not going to sit and listen to somebody besmirch somebody else. It says that the Native Oklahoma Bigfoot Research Organization launched an investigation in McAllister, Oklahoma, after several reports of Bigfoot sightings popped up in September and the groundbreaking train sighting in the neighboring state of Colorado. Despite being further away from the recent action, Indiana Bigfoot Research Organization kicked off their autumn campout on October the 12th with around 40 squatchers camping out over the weekend to connect with other believers and try their luck at catching a glimpse of the creature. Colorado, Oklahoma, and Indiana are increasing their Bigfoot searching efforts, despite the fact that none of the areas rank in the top 10 most likely states to find Bigfoot. And that's what our backdrop is today, and we'll go over that here in a minute. Washington takes first place with 713 Bigfoot sightings reported, and the other West Coast states of California, 461 sightings, and Oregon, 257 sightings, both rank highly. Indiana's neighbors, Ohio, 321 sightings, and Illinois' 303 come in 4th and 5th place respectively, but Indiana falls far behind its surrounding states in sightings of the hairy creature. 9 out of 10 Bigfoot sightings are never reported because people don't want to be ridiculed for claiming they saw a Sasquatch, according to Bigfoot expert Brian Terrell. He's right.
Yeah.
Because like those guys on the podcast, nobody wants to be made fun of. I mean,
Nobody ever wants to be made fun of.
Right. And it's like, this is just, why? Why do people do that? I do not understand humans. I really don't. Terrell, a cryptid field investigator for the Native Oklahoma Bigfoot Research Organization, stated, quote, "When people see things that are not supposed to exist, there's a shock factor that happens. Different people deal with it in different ways. Some people shut down, but some people dig in. Some people get interested and start looking for answers," end quote. Yeah, that happens with any kind of paranormal something.
Yes.
Whether it's UFOs or whatever. People, until they have an experience themselves, they like to do the skeptic thing or the cynic thing until it happens to them. And then they're like, oh shit, this is real.
It's like, no shit.
Yeah, that's, I don't know. It seems to be happening a lot on a lot of different levels these days. Nonetheless, spirits remained high at the Ibros Autumn Campout. I thought that was pretty cool, which took place in the Morgan Monroe State Forest campsite. Well, why not? I mean, that's a cool thing to do. Go camping. Find people that have similar interests and go camping. And Leroy Nail, Ibro's leader, told the Kokomo Tribune that he was initially skeptical of Sasquatch presence in the Morgan Monroe State Forest, where he grew up and frequently hunted. Nail told DailyMail.com that for Ibro, squatching is kind of like fishing because you don't always find something that you keep, but you keep going out until you do. Well, yeah, it's a hobby. There's worse hobbies. There's a whole lot of worse hobbies. And he said that no groundbreaking discoveries were made during their recent campout, but that he wasn't disappointed by this because it's about the experience of coming together with like-minded people. He said that 45 people joined the autumn campout, including 15 people who were brand new to Ibro. According to Neil, the campout is a good opportunity for newcomers to see what they get up to during their Sasquatch searching. Well, yeah, they've got to have training somehow and different people to share different experiences of what they've seen or heard or whatever. Neil shared with DailyMail.com that Morgan Monroe State Forest as a hot spot for Bigfoot sightings. He said that they have been spotted and heard walking around the campsites. Insert shutter. One distinct feature of a Bigfoot is their eye glow, which Neil described as when the creatures make their own eyes illuminate. Now, I haven't heard that one before.
How does that happen?
I don't know. I don't know. Kids like, how does that happen? I don't know how they would be able to do that. The Ibro squatchers didn't take out their phones for pictures when they have an alleged sighting because they want to build trust with the Sasquatches and they don't want the creatures to leave. There are more Bigfoot reported sightings in spring because more people are out hunting, but according to Neil, their presence is consistent year-round. Squatches, not hunters. And after attending a Bigfoot expedition with the seasoned squatcher Steve Abney, Neil was compelled by the snapped tree branches in the area, certain sounds, and even alleged tracks from the creature that they found during the trip. Between all the signs that his mentor Abney told him to watch out for and the reports of Bigfoot sightings in those same areas, Neil has become a believer. Neil, who has yet to come face to face with Bigfoot, said, quote, "I've learned over the years that everything he, Abney, was telling me was true. I don't need that, a sighting, because I've experienced so much other stuff. I know that he's out there," end quote. I do not want a Bigfoot Squatch sighting.
No.
Oh, no, that's not, that really freaks me out. Neil shared some of his rules of thumb for Bigfoot investigators. He suggests people don't bring white lights on their search because they scare off Sasquatches, although red-tinted lights appear to be okay. He doesn't allow firearms on ventures into the forest to search for Sasquatch because he doesn't want the creature or someone in the search party to get shot. That's reasonable. That is a very reasonable request. Sasquatches also avoid the smell of metal and gunpowder, he added. Ibro doesn't suggest looking for Bigfoot if all you want is photo/video evidence. Neil wants to encourage people to get to know the forest. And that's true.
We do need to know the forest.
Yeah.
We need to be comfortable with it.
I know, right. I know the forest enough to come in the house. Yes, because. And lastly, he recommends bringing dental stone on hikes to preserve Bigfoot tracks because it's cheaper than plaster and dries faster. And this was something that I wasn't aware that existed. But apparently, I'll put the link in for the article, and they have some some of the footprints that they've used. That's what it says.
Dental stuff.
We'll have to look for that on Amazon
Yeah.
and see, but he says it's cheaper. It says, meanwhile, in Oklahoma, the Native Oklahoma Bigfoot Research Organization are in the middle of an investigation in McAllister, one of the 4 that they host on an annual basis. No bro. You got eyebrow, and then you got no bro. Bigfoot expert Brian Terrell told Fox 25 that Oklahoma Sasquatches are usually 8 feet tall. He said their expeditions have found huge footprints from towering creatures. Terrell stated, quote, the biggest ones that we've had reported here in Oklahoma, I think the guys from the Southern Bigfoot Alliance, Brian Hooland and Shane Church, acquired some footprints that were over 20 inches long. That's a large foot. Oh, geez. And my personal opinion is that they are a relic humanoid that has not been discovered. I guess to put it simply, it's kind of a different type of caveman, if that makes it simpler, end quote. That's a reasonable thing for those who believe in evolution, because why not? I mean, what happened to the other? See, this is something that evolution never bothers to answer. What happened to the other things? What happened to the in-betweens? And where are the ones that are in between now? It says Alaska, which also didn't rank in the top 10 states for most Bigfoot sightings, that kind of surprised me, has been linked to the mysterious creature due to speculation about the Alaska Triangle. The Alaska Triangle, a sparsely populated area home to hundreds of UFO and Bigfoot-style sightings, has also seen 20,000 people disappear since 1970. That's freaky. I don't know what the hell's going on up in that area, but that's something that needs to be avoided. And located between Juneau, Anchorage, and the small town of Barrow, the area is reportedly a hotbed of paranormal activity. Local legends refer to a Sasquatch creature terrorizing towns, and this includes one settlement called Port Lock on the southern edge of the Kenai Peninsula. I've suddenly lost my ability to read. Peninsula, which was abandoned in the 1950s after villagers were attacked and killed by an unknown creature they called the Nanatinik, which was a Bigfoot-esque thing that killed peoples.
Maybe Bigfoot-esque, but it's not Bigfoot.
Well, we don't know that there's not different breeds of this creature, of this species. There's different breeds of every other kind of species, so why not?
Yeti. It's the Yeti.
Well,
It's a different breed of.
well, yeah, the Yeti is a different breed of Bigfoot. You've got different ones according to location, and they're similar, but they're all different.
I wonder if that also correlates with their level of hostility.
It could, have to do with the level of hostility. I'm telling you, that Legend of Boggy Creek or whatever the hell, I don't know, but I am very grateful to report that Virginia is not on the Bigfoot map. Kid may be disappointed. I am not. I am not disappointed at all. But up there, and that was like the guys on that podcast, I don't think they understand how dense some of these forest areas on our planet are. They were talking about the skies being vast and the oceans being vast.
But those trees,
these forest areas and stuff, it's not like all that has been mapped out. And it's like, even with Google Earth or however many hundreds and thousands of satellites we've got, all right, you've got that forest canopy. You can't see what's underneath there.
No, you can't.
So that was just a totally foolish response on all of it. Like I said, it was very off-putting. And it's like, even if you don't believe something, you don't have to be a jerk.
No, you don't.
You know. So, anyhow, kid, anything that you would like to add from over there in the peanut gallery?
Big feet.
Yeah.
That's all I got.
I think it's really cool. And I think even in this area, there may be groups that do some of the Bigfoot sightings. And it was not. What was the name of that show that they had imported people, because those people were not local?
Well, that's what made me figure, like...
I can't remember what it...
Virginia does have big feet. Didn't they say, like, Bigfoot's not on
That, well, as far as...
map?
Well, it was the top 10 sightings, is what they've got listed on here. And number 10 was Georgia, and they had 140 sightings.
That's what I'm saying. Maybe we just got
So,
shy, docile...
I don't know, but nobody in this area calls it a damn wood booger.
Nobody.
And it's like, that's one of those that I wanted to go and find whoever that film crew was and sit there and go, where the hell are y'all from, and where did you brought these people with you? These are not local people.
Yeah.
I mean, you could look at them and say, it's like, no, they're not part of us. Don't know where you got them from, but it ain't from around here. It was crazy.
Did they get some of them from Kentucky?
No, I don't know exactly where they had gotten those people from, but they were not right here in our little section, and that they were supposed to be local. And it's like, no, because we were from a very, very small area, and most people around here have a very distinctive look.
Usually they do.
Yeah.
But I don't know, recently, a lot of them have that meth look.
The meth look he's talking about. Oh God, no, that's just an Appalachian thing. That's anywhere in the Appalachian. That's. I'm trying to not say the town name, because people look. I'd like to have a little bit of anonymity, not much, but a little bit. But anyhow, they did not. They weren't local. But I would rather not, since my mother did hear the thing several years back, and that has made me nervous. And it's just like, shit, no.
Big feet.
So kid up there, at least he's not been up at the cabin calling the thing down on us.
Not this year.
It was just like, where was it? Was it in Tennessee or someplace there a year or so ago that somebody had shot his friend because the friend was calling the Sasquatch on him? We covered that story.
How long ago was that?
It's probably been about a year or so. It's been a while. If it was past yesterday, he doesn't remember.
You're expecting me to remember something like that when we do daily videos.
We do daily videos.
We've been doing them for years
Yeah,
now.
yeah. And it's like, and everybody's like, damn, she really does have the ick. And it's like, yes, she really does have the ick. But it's all right. So, don't give up on the Sasquatch. Don't buy into the naysayers. And it wasn't no damn owl. Whatever it wasn't no damn owl. So if you've had experiences with paranormal or supernatural, encounters with UFOs, aliens, cryptids, you can send us an email, cupofcoffeewithscream@gmail.com. And the link to the article will definitely be there in the description box, unless I totally freak out. Are you going to yell your part from over there, kid? Like, share, comment, subscribe. Yeah. Invite others aboard our little pirate radio ship. It's like, we're not really a pirate radio people. It's a ghost pirate ship thing. We had somebody that honestly was like, do they really have a pirate? No. Everything that we're doing is legal. We abide by FCC standards. But it's one of those, as far as, there used to be a thing, it was called a sense of humor. Honest to God. Of course, when I would read stories from the Weekly World News and would have callers going, is that real? No, it's the Weekly World News. That's not real. And you would have to explain that. That was kind of horrifying. And it's like, all these years later, it's gotten worse. But that's not our viewers, or they wouldn't be here. The other ones don't last long. They jump ship. But our people, they get it. And they're supposed to be here. Know that you're loved and you're appreciated. And Lord willing, we'll see you on the next cut. Bye.